hitting the right button would be fantastic. Okay, now we're live. Sorry about that.
Welcome, everyone. It is September 24th, 2025, and I hope everyone's doing well. This is the Dragon Havens weekly meeting. How was everyone's vacation? Because we took a week off.
Pretty good.
It was all right.
all right.
Well, I suppose. I guess besides the events that have happened, but I hope today is a good day for people, at least. Um, well, I guess I'll just go first because man, does anyone want to talk about anything before we start updates? I mean,
No, you can go first, Cosmo.
okay.
Since you leave early.
I'm not trying to be in a hurry. Yeah, I told my uncle 8:30 at latest. So yeah, so I have to transition from a manager to a head advisor, but kind of if you want me to like be like Dan and stay in like the circle of help and every I was kind of hoping for that kind of position where I can just like help bring in people and just kind of be in maybe see how things go. Be meaning kind of still be on the team pretty much. Just I just can't do any more work. Dream Daisy in my first game is I'm pretty much really. I get my own studio in the next week or two, like actual Minnesota LLC, and then I'm getting my game done. And then the whole Steam partner thing, everything's happening all in the next month, or sorry, next few weeks. And I just have to do this now because I don't want anyone. I don't want to. I gotta go in a certain direction, but I don't want to cut ties completely because you guys are awesome and I have a lot of good hope for the game. If you guys read what I sent earlier, that was I had AI help me make it sound really professional, and then I went back in and made it sound myself. Obviously, I cut almost half of it. It was kind of weird, but I made it sound so because I wanted to be exact with telling you guys how awesome and how grateful, very grateful I am that you guys are the first kind of to give me in the game industry. I mean, Dan already knows he's the guy that got me initially, but like into the first studio that accepted me and even brought me up to manager with a lot of good. Like it was, I almost want to like cry, but you guys are awesome, and I just want to know you guys know that my dream has always been to be a game creator and go the direction I'm going with my own studio, and I think you guys already knew that, knew but and you guys probably already knew that I had a lot on my shoulder, and I still do, but now it's a lot more balanced. If I can just become an advisor, it'd be a lot more balanced, and I could probably do, if anyone needs anything, like I'm still here to help and even talk to you, but I just can't do any main work. And having said that, everything I've done, uh, systems, levels, everything with Zeke, everything, uh, obviously is yours, but I'm I'm still part of the team, but like I want to I'll help like talk about it and talk and like give ideas and be and connect things and be on the team still. I guess what I'm trying to say, but yeah,
Just on an advisory stance rather than active.
yeah. I don't know how you. I mean, I don't know how you want me to. I'm not trying to like forcefully. I want to work with you guys, and see what you guys think.
Yeah, we'll have to. We haven't had a chance to actually sit down and discuss that too much yet, but
So I guess
Marley.
this is my okay. Well, I guess this is my announcement for that, and then behind the scenes in management, we can work on that kind of stuff if you want.
Yeah,
But to everyone that's listening, and all you guys rock, and I just want to know I'm still rooting. I just can't put any more work into it, but I do appreciate it, and I'm really well, what do you call it? Happy about the work. What's the word? Uh, I'm proud. I'm proud of the work that I've done with you guys and with Zeke, and I know it's pretty much Zeke's game as far as the story goes and stuff, and he's leading the way. And I saw them work together, Philip and Zeke. So I apologize to y'all that I don't have the time, and I just have to have a more balanced life. And obviously, you guys know mental health is the biggest thing, and
yeah.
I don't really talk about it much, and I just what I did is I just made a decision before it got too far.
Yeah.
So that's why it's not a big it's not like a big moment where yeah, it's all good. I'm just kind of letting you guys know that. So if anyone has any questions, inquiries, all that good stuff, well, let me know. I'm still on the team. Everything's look good. I'm still your manager as of right now. uh, but probably advisor after this meeting. But yeah, I'll still help though. Like by the way, yeah, if anyone needs a job, I have my own studio, right? But I'm not hiring. It's because how my studio works is it's basically all me, but I have partnerships with my uncle, with my friend in real life. So it's kind of like that, But anyone that needs a job, I'll just help with us, I guess. Dragon Havens.
I get
That's
what
all.
you're saying.
Yeah. So I'm like Dan, but maybe a little bit more into the team,
Hmm.
as far as like how much I want to put into it and care and like. No offense to him. He had his own thing going. I'm just letting you guys know what my brain is thinking.
Oh, I get you. I get you.
I just letting you guys know I'm still like passionate and stuff. I just didn't want to leave completely. Yeah, I almost did, but then I was like, nah, yeah, I still want to do something. So I just thought advisor.
Hmm.
Bye.
Why are you not merging?
But yeah, so I guess everyone's cool.
That door.
uh,
Yeah.
and thanks, Peter, for what you said earlier when you said you're happy for me about my game. That was that was awesome. Made me feel good.
There.
Makes me think people actually care.
Oh, we do.
We do.
Uh,
Congratulations again, Cosmo. I hope your game gets really good ratings. That's what I meant.
Thanks, man. If you guys want to play it, $9.99. No, I'm here for you guys too. So like, I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Yeah. But I want you guys to succeed too. So I'll friend groups help friend groups, and we'll all succeed. Our friends help friends, and the industry. Well, but this one's a slower project. But it's gonna be like you know what? Some games are like 5, 6, 7, 8 years in the making, if you know what I mean. Some of them are just because the situation and kind of similar to this one, maybe. But I'm not saying I'm not saying it's gonna take that long. But Jesus, but like, it doesn't matter. If it's gonna be good, it's gonna be good, and that's awesome. And I feel like it's gonna be good with the way it is right now, the direction and everything, with Zeke's amazing story with Philip. By the way, how'd that go earlier? I have a little bit of time. You want to go next, Zeke? I'm done. Thanks for
Yeah,
listening, guys, and being my friend.
Oh, of course.
no problem. Okay, so me and Philip met earlier today. We were supposed to meet Monday, but I forgot to let him know about the meeting. So we met earlier today and we discussed more about what was going on with the story for the World War, and we finished up where we left off last time. I'll show off the new screenshots of the World War story. We I'll put the story in the chat as well for those who wants to check it out themselves.
Yeah, but I haven't been playing that.
Okay, so back in the story, we left off where Kaz and where they was looking for Kaz's remnant, and they found out that Kaz was. I don't know if anybody remembers where we left off because when I was in the weekly meeting discussing about it.
Nope. Sorry.
Let me go through the chat notes, see what post that I put in there. That is not the World War story. I don't think I shared the World War story at all. Nope, I did not. That's why it's getting confusing. Sorry, guys.
Oh, you're good.
I just put in the chat, and I put too many in the chat. Okay. This. And I'll just scroll all the way back. Went a little bit too far. And now I just gotta put in the rest and okay, that's all the stories to the world. That's the entire World War storyline. It starts off with Ko and Edwin heading into the World War story where they notice that the entire bunker of the Time Wizard who lives there is basically it's in a total mess. So as they go and search the place, they find Mark, who is the apprentice of the Time Wizard who lives here. He tells them about how his teacher Cass went missing in the world. So he also talks about how his disappearance was so crazy that he started noticing a monster that glows with the same color of a time crystal, which makes Ko start suspecting that it could be something more to this, like if a guardian got rogue and killed Cass, who is the Time Wizard. And so, but Edwin still believes that Cass is alive, and he's trying to think that it's that they should at least find him to figure out if he is responsible for the death of Ko's wife. But as they continue, they start noticing how violent and crazy is being just in the World War era as enemies starts to overrun them and force them into hiding. And inside one of the hiding places, they end up in a cave where it's basically a beach. I mean, not beach. It's a small bunker that Kaz has been using as like an escape route for each. Like in the entire World War, there are several bunkers that he has where he just stays there trying to at least take a breather from all the violence that goes around him.
Okay.
Yeah. And there they find one of his journals where it talks about how his first experience was going into the World War era and how he had to deal with so many different types of time travelers trying to get the time gem. He had to deal with a lot of people trying to just kill him for no reason, thinking that he was an enemy soldier, and he also had to see a lot of people die. It was him experiencing the true aspects of what it is to be like in war. And he felt guilty that even though he knows he has the power, he can't do anything about it or it will upset the timeline. So Edwin came up with an idea that they should go look for more of these journals so they can find out where Kaz was heading towards. And as they keep on looking around the beach, they notice that some of the journals was already picked up by the werewolves enemies, who basically are considered the enemy soldiers in this unit. In the whole World War era, instead of using like the actual soldiers, I decided to just make it like orcs versus werewolves in this entire sense. And so they decided to sneak into the base to find the rest of the journals, which they encounter with the Were General, who basically has been hearing rumors about the monster and also thinking that they can use it to overrun their enemies since this power is so unnatural. And reading off of Kaz's journals, they notice that there is a hidden power that they can use to win the entire war. So you have to go to a battle with the weird general so you can first stop his plan and two find out where Kaz is. That leads you to understand that Kaz actually got into a situation where he accidentally killed one of the time travelers who was usually a time wizard is supposed to just make a they have the option to kill the time travelers, but it's not recommended in the slides because doing so it would cause it would basically cause a psyche break in the time wizard since they have been living there for a long time. And like dealing with dealing with someone's death is going to be more like a traumatic experience for a time wizard. And so Kaz felt that type of traumatic and he decided that he needed to do something about this war and he wanted to save more lives. He wanted to be the person who can end this war more peacefully. But it ends with him having to go to the most dangerous place in the World War era, which is the No Man's Land area, which Ko and Edwin did not know where it was until they saw the map in the Weird General's office. So upon heading there, they found something. They found something in the woods, near the Dead Man's Land, which was basically a memory fragment of Kaz, who showed off, which kept on replaying the same message over and over again of how he was trying to save somebody. But during his initial idea of trying to save this person's life, an enemy soldier saw Kaz and shot at him. Basically, he opened fire at Kaz and then shattered the time gem as well. Now, when a time gem is shattered, it starts influencing everything around it, and so it can force itself back together. Kind of like if you try to break a piece off of Venom and you think like it won't go back to him, but it just keeps trying to find its main body. But because it was shattered, it starts infusing itself not just in Kaz, but also into the soldier he was saving, the soldier that it was attacking, and it started to reconvene on everything around it, slowly forming the giant monster known as the Amalgam of Disaster. And during which the time Philip gave off the idea that during the time as they kept on going, we learned more about what's Edwin's purpose of going into this war. I mean, not going into this war, what's Edwin's main purpose? He sees that Ko is doing something similar to Kaz. He disobeying the time wizards, and he feels like that Ko might lead himself into a path of destruction. And he believes that he can do better. He has to start trying to help him get out of that path before it's too late, basically. But that's another part of the story I forgot to mention earlier. Sorry, guys.
Oh, you're good.
But on this part,
Oh, go ahead.
yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to read where I left off. Kaz. To Ko, this scene of seeing Kaz's memories through the memory fragment was more like seeing how he believes that this is what confirms that Kaz is gone for good and that he's not coming back. But to Edwin, he still thinks that even inside the monster, Kaz should be still alive. And so I made a new type of side mission that would help. Basically, if you find all the memory fragments, you have a different ending for the story. But if you don't, it goes into this type of story where, upon realizing that there's no way to save Kaz, you decide to put the beast out of his misery and kill the monster.
Okay.
Even though Ed, even though Edwin is sad about this, he still believes that it's possible. He still wanted to get something to remind Mark of Cass, even if they can find anything, even if they can find his main body in the wreckage. So they grab his staff, and that's the other ending. But they grab the staff and they bring it back to Mark, who starts, who Ko and Edwin help get into a new timeline away from all of this violence, since they know that like he has been scared stiff trying to just survive in this World War era for the longest. But on the other side, if you do get all the memory fragments, it goes into the story where you can regain help regain the amount you can help regain Kaz's memories and help him regain his sense, where
Okay.
he will start using the broken time crystal to basically reconvene all the things that he merged with, and bring them back to life and normal. But by doing so, it still will disfigure him, even as basically as a cost for his transgressions. And then it will lead to the part where Ko explains his situation of why he helped him and why he did all this, and Kaz not feeling any type of he's not feeling angry. He's more like more understands what Ko is going through, and so he knows that Ko will need help taking on whatever punishment he will get after doing his whole changing of the timeline with the time gems. And he hopes that Edwin will help him see that through, which is this one. I got into the wrong page. But and this also gives like Edwin more courage on what to do next, and he plans to help his master get past all of the violence and all the craziness as well. But I hope I summed it up nicely because I did not prepare how to explain it. I want to be very quick with it. Sorry, guys. If there's some questions or something doesn't make sense, let me know.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get this piece done, but I'm going to go ahead and save, and then give me just a second.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I'm just trying to get my switch from actually editing to get it where I can have everything to show what's going on.
That's okay. Take your time. Uh, Slayer, Mama, how you guys been?
Oh, I've been alright. I am currently uh, crashing at Solo's house for a bit until hopefully October 1st. Uh, but hopefully there are no more hang-ups between now and then so that I can actually move into my new place starting the 1st. So things are moving in a more positive direction, and so overall, it's going well, um, but still would not necessarily be entirely where I want to be in life right now, and management duties definitely taking a lot of um, time and focus, among other things, right now, obviously.
I understand.
So I don't really have much other updates than that, but I will definitely keep everyone updated on what's going on that front in life when I have updates. But hopefully, my next update is I moved in. I'm starting to settle into everything, and yeah. So hoping that goes well.
I hope that goes well.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is the Centaur the way it was sent to me. There are still several issues with the working to fix. Namely, like, as you can see here, there's a bunch of black inside faces showing through, so I've got to go through and clean that up, as well as some of the others. And a lot of the topology is very heavily triangulated, which Unreal will not work well with that, so I'm gonna have to go through and re-topologize them all back to God. And then there's a few things that I need to make some adjustments to the helmet to make it more like what you were looking for, because that helmet is rather big on the head, and I'm not really too happy with how the helmet came out, as far as size and how big the eye holes are. So I'm gonna adjust that down to going one piece at a time right now, rather than trying to tackle the whole thing, because there's a lot of pieces here. So right now, the one I've been working on. Off. Oh yeah, I'm trying to get it to you as soon as I can, but I want it to be all the way proper before I send it on, so that there's no issues where you've got to send it back for more adjustments. I want to be able to send it to you and just keep moving down the line the way it should be. So trying to make sure that anything that needs to be fixed on it is done before we go to the next step, and that's this is the piece I've been working on. It was all triangulated and two pieces for the undershirt, so I am trying to turn it into quads, and then I'm gonna mirror it over to combine both sides into one undershirt instead of how she had it.
Sounds good.
is there anything on it that let me bring all this stuff up in case there's anything that in case there's anything that I haven't noticed that needs to be addressed.
No, nothing else I could think of.
Showing welcome back. Alright, so bring that back. Okay. So, other than topology issues, as far as the actual design, is there anything? Now, this is going to be sized down a little bit more, the bracer, so it looks proper, and then carried over so it's on both sides. But is there anything design-wise that you see? Oh, and then the other thing is this strap is going to be duplicated around to make the strap skirt like what we had in references.
Okay.
So, and then I'm not sure what these big screws are. That's gonna be.
I think she was trying to make like some type of like a I really don't know, like a plate, like plate metal, like the type of screws you see on a plate, like a.
Yeah, but I'm gonna adjust that. Probably eradicate the screws because that and a lot of them are like they're not all the same size. So
Right.
to me, they just detract from the design. So I'm probably gonna figure out something different there when I get onto that piece. And then I'm not sure what the other ones are. That'll be
I think she made those on accident because either she was trying to.
I think
Oh, she must have made those as like starter, like the starter part for it, but then forgot to delete it over time.
Yeah, because I think she had originally started with a strap going across here to this until I mentioned that the straps were meant to be for a skirt rather than actual straps going underneath. So that could be what that is, like for more of the traditional saddle straps. Because she did add a saddle with it that the Centaur wouldn't really need a saddle because there's not going to be a rider. So there is some of the like there's some of these screws and some of this. I'm not sure if I'm going to go this route with the hardware for the strap due to the fact that it needs to be a skirt and not a strap holding something down. So I might go a little different for the ends of the straps. I'm not sure yet. And then this is actually going to be more in here like it should be, but not sticking into the piece behind it. A lot of things that I'm having to adjust. Like here's more triangulation. most all of the pieces that I got were heavy triangulation. And I'm not sure why she did that, but it'll be remedied before we go into Unreal with it, or into your steps with it, Peter, because that's going to be, all those triangles, that's going to be rather hard to animate, so that's got to be all fixed before I send it to you. But yeah, I'm working on it, but it's a lot of pieces, a lot of moving parts to work through, and I just figured it best to just start on one, get it finished, then move on to the next piece until I have the whole thing done, rather than trying to take on the entire model at once. But that's where I'm at on that. Any questions on it?
I don't have any questions on it.
Zeke, what was the weapon thought for the Centaur? It seems easier, but I'm not sure. I'll have to wait until Zeke's able to answer that one.
I thought you heard me. I said, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
You were
Yeah.
apparently having technical difficulties. Sorry about that.
Uh, nah, it was my bad. I just put in my new headphones. I was trying them out.
Oh, okay.
So what was the question? I really didn't hear it.
What the weapon thoughts were for the Centaur?
Oh, the weapon thought. I remember it was supposed to be a lance and a shield.
Okay. Which, those actually have not been modeled yet. So, at the worst case scenario, I might do a very low poly lance just to give something for a placeholder so that the animations can be done, and then once the actual weapon is finished, it can just be switched over to that.
Okay, sounds good.
And then same thing with the shield until we can actually get the actual shield that's going to be in the game done. I'll probably just do something quick and easy that I can do to get to animation stage, and then concentrate on getting the actual weapons done.
All right.
Have not seen Tail yet, which is not a big deal, but it
Yes,
doesn't
and
look like
I-
there's going to be any updates on his rifle yet.
I do believe I had seen something earlier. I don't know where exactly.
Okay, yeah, I don't remember seeing anything, so if you saw something,
Might have been in a different server, but anyway,
think that covers the progress. Is there anything else that anyone needs to ask or anything that needs to be discussed?
Not in this meeting as far as I can think of.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else either.
Okay. So, if there's nothing else, then I would say we can go ahead and end the recording and wind down. I mean, anyone's welcome to stick around if you want to chat, but I think as far as the actual meeting, we're pretty much done.
I will just add a thank you everyone for being here tonight and giving us your progress reports for those who were able to join us, and have a fantastic rest of the week, and we will see who we can next meeting.
Okay.
With that, I am going to do my thing with the recording. So